What's up, MSFers? I've been sick for the past week, and it was one of the most eventful weeks in all of Marvel Strike Force, and I'm kind of mad because I didn't get to cover all of those good things, and so I decided to do a special edition of the recap recorded live. That's right, recorded live with little or no editing. It's the recap featuring me, of course, and we're going to go through everything. It's going to be a little sloppy. I'm going to make mistakes, but we're going to get it done. First up, we have Stormwatch this week. Battle in Cosmic Crucible. In fact, this is starting today. Battle in Cosmic Crucible, Battle in War. For the Unkillable Force and the Skeleton Standoff event. Also, we're going to be spending power cores and earning allied supply orbs. So make sure you're paying attention to those events. Purple Sticky did absolutely nothing, but his wife had a baby. We're all really excited about little Sticky coming into the world. So be sure to congratulate him and the missus on that. Next up, Updog has a war counter guide. This just came in hot off the press. Apparently there is a video out there about that. I didn't get to the video in time, but you can take a look at this incredible war counter guide to show you what you need to do to be successful in war. Oh, you know what? I do know what video this was. I saw that clip. I just didn't have time to watch it. All right. Now, going back in somewhat of a chronological order, we had a strike pass that got revamped, and people were talking about this one. It was a huge revamping of the strike pass, basically dumping tons and tons of stuff into it, making a lot of people buy it, and a lot of people talk about, is the free pass getting left in the dirt? And kind of was. We also had a bunch of codes. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. This is the latest one that came out. Every content creator says that they have the exclusive code. And of course, that's not really how the word exclusive works, but you can give this one a shot. This one tended to work quite well, giving you free 50 Hella Shards, which everybody really wanted. Then, one of the big things that happened, the game went down. For scheduled maintenance that was supposed to take about 30 minutes, and it turned into almost 7 hours, 6 hours, 45 minutes about. A lot of people were theorizing it was because of the layoffs over at Scopely. They fired the guy who turns it back on and couldn't figure out how to do it. So they compensated us for this. Now, a lot of people were saying that these compensations were pretty good. I, however, didn't think so because I'm trying to get to Masters, and they really screwed me on that one. However, I did get MVP in War because of that downtime, so maybe there was a bit of a trade-off. Next up, we have the Broken War offer. This gave 150 war attacks. If you purchased it, it was like $5 or something. Nobody really cared about this, though. It just made the event free. They comped us by just making the event, giving us all the milestones anyways, and then the people that bought the offer received something in exchange for it since they didn't really get any value out of that. And finally, we come to Diamonds, or not finally, but I mean, I've been waiting for the Diamonds reveal for a long time, and then I was sick for it. Okay, so we had a lot of videos covering Diamonds, a lot of people coming out and talking about this. The MSFPV had a video about it, and one of my favorite videos was probably by somebody who isn't even an envoy. I like the one that came out from Doolam. As you can see, we had lots of Diamonds videos as I'm scrolling through. Here's the one by Doolam. This one was probably, if you're going to watch one Diamond video, I would watch Doolam's. I think he had the best overall take and some great insight. Now, all of the content creators had a little bit different insight into this, and I think almost all of those videos are worth checking out if you're seriously into this. They did have some different stuff going on. Doolam's, however, had the best overall coverage. A lot of them were kind of couldn't figure out how Diamonds worked. I mean, they got to it at the end of their videos, but basically the Diamond system is going to be an elite Red Star orb past Red Stars, right? You're going to have an orb, the Diamond Dawn orb, which is like a basic Red Star orb, and the Diamond orb, which would be like an elite Red Star orb. And what happens is in the center, you're going to get on a Diamond Dawn orb a 50% chance at a 7 red or 50% chance at 1, 2, or 3 diamonds. Of course, the 3 diamonds is going to be a lower drop rate than the 1 diamond. And it's going to be for a random character. Now, at this time, there is no boosted drop rate for characters in those Diamond orbs. The Diamond Dawn orb will drop that Elite 7 I'm sorry, the Diamond Orb, which is like the, I don't know, Diamond Dawn sounds like it should be the elite one, but it's not. So the Diamond Orb is going to have just diamonds in it. The Diamond Dawn Orb will have that 50% chance at a 7 red star. On either left and right pillar will be some promotion tokens for diamonds. And after you open up a couple of those, you will be able to go into the diamond store, or whatever they're going to call that store, and you will be able to purchase diamonds for specific characters. We don't know how many tiles are going to be in there. I'm theorizing it's going to be somewhere between 6 and 9 tiles. It could be as few as 1 tile. I wouldn't hold it against Scopely, making it that frustrating that you would have to refresh and have a 1 in 215 chance of getting the character you want. Or they could be nice and do something like 12 tiles in the store. Go ahead and make me look bad, Scopely. Put 25 tiles in the store. I dare you. The other thing that these videos will talk to you about is the Sword Satellite. Now, some of the envoys broke their NDA and talked about how Sword Satellite was originally going to be gated at 7 red star. That's what all the hubbub was about so many weeks, months ago. It was, yes, 7 red gated. So, longtime players would have like 2.5 teams that they could use in Sword Satellite, totally gating 98% of the community from progressing their diamonds on their roster and allowing the top 100 biggest spenders to just go nuts and get tons and tons of diamonds on their rosters, basically selling them tickets to play on a separate server, separating them from the rest of the pack. But we raised such a fuss over that they made it cap out at, it's gated at 5 red, which is doable. A lot of people can actually start working in that game mode and getting diamonds on their roster so that they can then, in 6 months, when their characters become available at 7 yellow stars, place diamonds on them. Now, I say 6 months because Scopely said that they are going to make characters more farmable faster. This is very ambiguous writing in the blog post, however. They use lots of words like our intent, our goal, we hope to, and things like that. So we don't know if they're actually going to be there. Everyone is very skeptical about the majority of your roster. I say the majority because they're going to be holding certain characters back, which is total garbage, Scopely. Don't do that. They're going to be holding some of those characters back, but the majority of your roster should be farmable to 7 stars within 6 months. Lots of speculation there. So if you get your character to 7 yellow stars and 7 red stars, you can then apply some diamonds very slowly and progress at 10%, 10%, and 15% for diamonds 1, 2, and 3. All right, Pegasus lands in Marvel Strike Force, and it's not just a raid team. That's right, they're good in Crucible, they're good in War. They are slow to start, so if you can get in there with speed and blow them up, it's great, but their stats are ginormous. People were having a lot of fun with this team, putting them into Crucible. They're replacing stuff in Room 2, but that doesn't matter because Room 2 is going to change soon. Now, we have the big exclusive Sinister 6 reveal. And here was the fun thing. All of the envoys put out their, not all of them, most of the envoys put out their videos at the same time. And I would just like to say, you guys are taking way too damn long to talk about these kits. Right here, I believe this is Valley Flying's thumbnail coming in at 19 minutes. We have, looks like Mobile Gamers coming in at 25 minutes. Over here, I think this is Bendable Straws at 26. Mr. Hargrave at 28 minutes. Dorky Dad coming in at 31 minutes. Pathfinder Gaming, 32 minutes. This is Updog featuring ZKG, and the two of them working together still took almost 39 minutes. And finally, we have Ambassador Al coming in at almost an hour. And if you know Ambassador Al, he is one of the fastest talking content creators in all of Marvel Strike Force. Al, what were you doing? Did you read the kits twice? Here, let me show you how it's done. I'm going to give you a preview of what those kits do. You just hit the highlights, guys, and move on. Then you can point them to an infographic from Benny Westside. Here we go. This is an infographic coming from Canix showing the T4, the uniques there for it. Okay, Green Goblin, he prevents ability block and vulnerable when charged. He rewinds a ton of turn meter and he flips negative buffs. Lizard, he's a very fast protector, applies lots of bleeds, and he cleanses a ton. Spider Slayer gives offense up to the team. He's high damage with assists, generates ability energy. Most of the time, he can't be blinded. Craven applies offense down with his chains and flips, clears charged all over the place, applies safeguard. He looks good everywhere because he has very little callouts to any specific game mode. Doc Ock now flips negatives to positives, along with his usual stuff, plus a slight stat bump, of course, because that's a rework. A lot of his stuff is coming out of Shocker. Electro reduces speed bar and fills speed bar, gains a lot more piercing. Mysterio got faster, applies blinds to all enemies on a full team, flips all positives to negatives, summons for each charge. He has super high focus now, summons on spawn in war. Rhino also got faster with a pretty substantial stat boost, but not a lot else. Shocker generates ability energy, reduces speed bar a lot, fills speed bar for a protector in war. Vulture got way faster, clears positives, does more damage. Under certain conditions, he gives speed up on spawn and slows to enemies, gives drain to the rest of his team. That's basically the reworks that happened in those new characters. If you want to know all those details, then hey, go back to Ambassador Al and watch that for an hour. All right, we've got some new Cosmic Crucible room rules. This is a mobile gamer one here. I'm going to give you a breakdown. A lot of people had this. You don't really care about the room rules, right? You just kind of want to know which teams are going to go in those rooms. Room number 1, why don't you try Secret Defenders as all strikers? Room 2, it's not very exciting, but you could probably try something like YA in there. Room 3, treat like Room 6 and use your big toys because it has that shortened ultimate thing. We're kind of used to that. Number 4, use new Avengers or better yet, unlimited X-Men in Room 4. Weapon X is good in Room 5 or another mutant hybrid team. The unlimited team doesn't look so great in there. And then Room 6, I hear the Rebirth or a mix of villain heroes with some AoEs is going to do really well in that room. That's your breakdown for Cosmic Crucible. All right, moving on. Oh, look at that costume by Benny Westside. He had the Cosmic Crucible room rule breakdown. Watch this for the costume alone. That is fantastic. Put a lot of work into that one. Good job, Benny. Okay, Benny also has a breakdown on Zombie Juggernaut. Zombie Juggernaut came to the team. There was no $25 unlock. I'm pretty upset about that. I'm not going to buy Zombie Juggernaut to unlock him. There's not a ton of benefit to having him on the team other than he's an awesome character. He does make his team better, but he's not necessary, so I'm going to save the money. This will probably be one of those characters that is held back and you don't get stars for, so FOMO is pretty high on this one. Do what you got to do, as Mobile Gamer says. We have an exclusive character review. There's a new character from Tawna coming out of the data mines. Now, Tawna is back in the Envoy program, and as such, he's making an effort to more clearly point out when a character is data mined or when it's rumored or speculative, and hopefully with the Envoy information, he can be a little bit more clear about his videos. So I'm back to making fun of Tawna. It's Asbestos Woman, and apparently she's already been removed from the data mines is what I'm hearing, so this character probably not happening. Over here, we have a patch 7.5 exclusive reveal from Benny Westside. It's a new character skin for Captain Marvel. It looks pretty cool. Go check that one out. All right, so that's everything I missed in the past week, minus a ton of stuff that chat is already making fun of me for over here on the side. In this live recording of the recap, I hope I covered what you needed to know. And if not, go check out one of those videos. There's going to be a bajillion links in the description below as usual. So you can go check out those videos that we just went over for more information. Remember, I just give you the highlights and point you where the good content can be found. And if you want your information sweet, short, and to the point, then be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Run7, bringing you yesterday's news today.